The desert wind howled like a wounded animal, carrying with it the acrid scent of burning fuel and something older, something metallic and sour. Captain Elias Voss adjusted his night vision goggles, the green-tinted world before him flickering as sand peppered his visor. The mission had been straightforward, a targeted airstrike on a Houthi rebel outpost nestled in the Yemeni highlands. Intel claimed the site housed weapons shipments. But as the dust settled from the explosion, the crater revealed something else entirely. A tomb. Not the sleek, modern kind, but a jagged moor of black stone, its entrance sealed with glyphs that seemed to shift under the glare of the soldiers' flashlights. The team radioed command, but the response was static silence. Satellite interference, they assumed. Sandstorms played tricks on tech. But Private Ruiz, the youngest among them, swore he heard whispers in the static. "Leave," they hissed. "You woke it." They descended. The tomb's interior defied logic. Walls slick with condensation in the heart of a desert, corridors that sloped downward at impossible angles. Corporal Hale's Geiger counter spiked, though there was no radiation here. Only cold, the kind that seeped into bones. Their flashlights died one by one, plunging them into darkness so thick it felt alive. Voss ordered them back, but the entrance had vanished. The tomb had sealed itself. Then came the scratching. It started as a faint tickle in their earpieces, like insects skittering over microphones. Private Ruiz clawed at his helmet, screaming that something was inside his skull. He collapsed, convulsing, as black veins spiderwebbed across his face. By the time his body stilled, his eyes had liquefied, pooling into the sand. The team opened fire, not at anything they could see, but at the darkness itself. Bullets ricocheted, sparking off stone. Someone's gun jammed. Someone else prayed. They found the chamber hours later, though time had lost meaning. A circular room, its walls etched with scenes of slaughter. Figures with elongated limbs and hollow eyes tearing into crowds, their victims' mouths frozen in silent screams. At the center stood an obsidian obelisk, its surface swirling with what looked like smoke trapped beneath glass. Sergeant Cole reached out, against orders, and touched it. The tomb shuddered. Sand rained from the ceiling as a low, grinding hum filled the air. Cole's hand blackened, the necrosis spreading up his arm like wildfire. He didn't scream. He laughed, a wet gurgling sound, as his skin sloughed off in ribbons. "It's hungry," he rasped before his jaw unhinged, dislocating with a crack, and something thick and tar-like poured from his throat. Only Voss and Hale remained. They ran, stumbling through corridors that bent and twisted, the walls now pulsing as if breathing. The scratching in their earpieces had become a chorus, 1,000 voices chanting in a language that predated man. Hale's nose began to bleed. Then her ears. Then her eyes. She grabbed Voss's arm, her grip iron. "It's not a tomb," she whispered. "It's a cage." And we broke the lock. She didn't scream when the darkness took her. It peeled her apart softly, like unraveling a thread. Voss emerged at dawn, the sun a bleary eye on the horizon. The tomb was gone, the crater filled with unmarked sand. His radio crackled to life as command finally responded, demanding a sitrep. Voss tried to speak, but his tongue had turned to ash. He collapsed, clawing at his throat as the vision struck him, the obelisk whole again, buried elsewhere. And in the shadows of a DC boardroom, men in suits studied satellite photos of Yemen, circling a new target. 3 days later, a headline blared across news feeds. U.S. authorizes second strike on Houthi stronghold. But in the deserts of Yemen, the sand still whispers. And in the White House Situation Room, a flicker of black smoke curls beneath the door.